Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joining. Wait, what does it say? I do not acknowledge Roman Reigns as my tribal chief. That
I
right
lost
there,
the
my
bet,
man, is
y'all.
Chemical
I lost the
Julian, ladies
bet.
and gentlemen.
I lost the bet.
Welcome to the Crown Jewel Recap Show.
I think the fix was in. I
Look,
think Bad Blood was talking to Bruce Pritchard backstage.
oh my
How
God,
about
everybody's
that?
got Bruce Pritchard's never on speed dial.
On speed dial.
MJF obviously does. Um, so let's talk about this, man, WrestleMania worthy fucking pay-per-view.
Hey, man, look. So when you want to talk about how many times WWE has phoned it in on these in-between pay-per-views, and you want to talk about the big four, we might have to call this the big five,
Man.
because for this pay-per-view for Crown Jewel, it was a really stacked card and some really good performances. I got to give it to them.
I gotta say, man, it was off the chain. I mean, fucking hey, man, from the pre-show, the
Pre-show was
Usos
fire.
in the Hurt Business. You told me go back and watch that match. Whew, man.
Hey, for all y'all who did not watch, go back and watch. Let's do some before we start the recap of the show. Let's do some immediate takeaways. Number one, the Usos are over in Saudi Arabia.
The Usos are over. They're more over than the camel.
Camels are big in Saudi Arabia.
Man, I don't know. The camels are big in Saudi Arabia, but right now, the Usos just took that. They took that to the bank, man.
And number three, Goldberg's a liar.
Okay, so I knew you were going to come with that. That's why on Twitter I posted. I posted on Twitter. I said false advertisement.
False advertisement.
No one, knock on wood, died in Saudi Arabia tonight. Well, I'm sorry, this morning, because it was early as fuck.
Yeah,
this
it was
morning.
early.
But I gotta say, man, it was off the chain. It was a real, man. It was pay-per-view. Where Mike Lewis, we're doing great today, man. Thank you for asking. It was WrestleMania worthy. Like this year's WrestleMania was shit compared to this show.
It was a WrestleMania stat card. This was truly live event. Really good entrances with pyro, and just a stacked card altogether. We had it was WrestleMania worthy matches just from top to bottom. We had the only titles not defended was the United States title and the Intercontinental title. Yeah,
those were the only two titles that weren't
not defended.
Yeah, the only two titles that weren't defended. But honestly, like who missed those title matches?
Correct.
I mean, honestly, who missed them? Not being facetious or anything, but fuck, man, like this card was. There wasn't one bad match.
There was
on this card.
You are correct. And
ladies and gentlemen,
and the women's matches,
ladies and gentlemen,
over 5 minutes. Minimum,
I gotta say this. People accuse me of being an AEW show, that I can't find anything good with WWE. Well, granted, WWE does some real stupid shit. They literally do the stupidest shit on God's green earth. But today, they did the most.
I mean, I figure if you're going to travel that far and put that much money into, well, put that much effort into getting there and putting on a show, and consider how much money you're getting paid, you better put on a damn good show.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you definitely want to get invited back next year.
How much money was made on this show? Like, oh my God, $5 million on the show. Like that.
You want to put a zero on the end of that?
Well, I mean,
50.
It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. Let's just say it was more money than I'll probably see in my fucking lifetime. That's for sure.
That is correct.
But honestly,
enough money where Mustafa Ali is donating his payday to charity.
that's and he's like a super heel.
Yeah.
super heel, but
Correct.
What a great guy. Before we go any further, let me give a straight shout out to my boy Steve Isles, otherwise known as the Navajo Warrior. Happy birthday, you old bastard! I love you. Happy birthday, homeboy.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, he's a vet, man. He's been around and he's a good fucking dude. Real good dude. So yeah, oh, shout out to my friend Amy Stewart from Indiana. She never ever watches the podcast and she is on here today. Shout out Amy. Amy is
welcome. Make sure to hit like and subscribe and
like, click and subscribe.
DVD.
Amy works with happy birthday. Amy works with minorities and underprivileged children in Indiana. She's a real fucking awesome lady. She does so much for people, and I'm honored to be her friend. So, fuck yeah, Amy. Too bad she don't jump on Call of Duty no more. So it is what it is.
Amy, if you're teaching them science and mathematics, I'm your man.
That's right, Chemical Julian, the man who does not acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief.
Not today.
Shout out for Adam Woods. Adam, according to Woods, ladies and gentlemen, you can find him on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all those cool platforms. You can find his show, according to Woods, ladies and gentlemen. Mentor, my friend. That's right. She's a mentor. My bad. Anyway, Adam Woods, this was for you. Your boy right here, the franchise, has done it again, ladies and gentlemen, with Predictions Warfare. I am the friggin' king. Listen here, Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, live here on bodyslam.net. Mike Butler from the Jabronis on bodyslam.net. You guys hold a championship. Predictions championship. I am coming for it. I am the friggin' belt collector. Look at these belts behind me. Look at the trophy case. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 real life championships.
He likes
That's right. I am the fucking king, Chris Lineker. He knows it. I am coming for you, jabronis.
He likes to consider himself a psychic of the squared circle.
At least you didn't say psycho, but yeah.
That too.
Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, it was awesome. It was a great show. I mean, I can for one say that today, of all days, WWE had a phenomenal pay-per-view show. And
no popcorn matches.
No popcorn matches. None. It was none. It was great. I just can't get over the fact that it was a good fucking show. Sorry, it was.
I, for one, was not surprised. No, invincible.
Okay. You know what? This is all your fault. It's all your fault because I decided to do the podcast. I decided to watch the show. I decided to stay home and watch the show at 9
even got the
a.m.
beautiful backdrop, for the podcast here.
Just for you. And I'm glad I did. Julian, thank you very much for twisting my arm, so to speak, for saying you need to stay and watch this show because you're going to love it. And I did. And oh my God, yes, I did. I freaking loved it. It was fucking phenomenal. I can't keep saying it, man. It's weird coming out of my mouth. I feel weird, like I should be slapping myself because, like, what the hell am I saying? But it was a good show. It was a good show. Let's get into the recap.
So let's start off the show with a last minute, our last most recently added pre-show match. The Usos.
Wait. Before we go any further, wasn't there something you were supposed to say about 3MB?
There was no 3MB reunion tonight.
That's right.
Sadly, Due to contract restrictions.
Oh no.
Due
to you losing predictions warfare, there will be no mention of 3MB on this podcast today. Hey, man.
Had a cramp in my hand.
Oh, it was a cramp. I got you. All right. So go ahead. Let's. Damn, no 3MB. That's right, Cheryl. That's right. No one challenges me in prediction warfare. God damn it. I'm the booker with the most. If I got the pen, it is it. Wow. Let me tell you something before we go any further. You know, BCW Worldwide presents The Return at the Holocene this Saturday night. Oh my God. This Saturday night at the Holocene, PCW Worldwide presents The Return.
Where's the graphic?
Oh, I'm putting it up. Because I got to tell you, tickets are going so fast. Like, I can't even put the damn graphic up fast enough because the tickets are going so fast. I'll tell you how fast they're going.
Like Wally West?
Oh man, no. We're talking like straight. We're talking about Barry Allen fast. Like that's how fast it's going, man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, BCW Worldwide returns October 23rd to Holocene 1001 Southeast Morrison Street there in Portland, Oregon. For advanced tickets, call Patty Dietz 503-757-3132. Email bcwbooker@gmail.com or go to eventbrite.com/the return. BCW The Return. Now look, we had 75 tickets that we put up for pre-sale. Gone. So we upped it to 85. Gone. Right now, as I'm talking to you, as we're on live, 10 tickets have just been purchased. 10 tickets. God damn. So now we're at the threshold once again. We made it to, we decided to go ahead and put 100 tickets up. Just 100 tickets. 100 tickets. You know, we're like, let's go ahead and put 100 tickets up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go to this show, I'm going to tell you right now, get your tickets now because we're about to be sold out. Legitly, there have been 94 pre-sold tickets in 10 days. 94 pre-sale tickets out of 100. There are 6 tickets left, ladies and gentlemen. 6 tickets left. BCW Worldwide presents The Return.
You're going to have to make the bar bigger.
Man, we don't raise the bar because we are the bar. That's right. I did that.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I'll be here all week. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, but here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now before we go to the recap. If you want to watch this pay-per-view, because it's going to be a pay-per-view, you can go ahead and you can message bcwbooker@gmail.com. Get all your information on how you can purchase the pay-per-view. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. It's freaking crazy how many tickets have been sold. Man.
Now, wait, I'm kind of confused. Can we watch it on Xfinity TV or CenturyLink TV?
No, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on, there's going to be a specific YouTube link that's going to be sent out. Man.
And
it's crazy.
What time should they tune in?
5 p.m. Doors open at 4:30. The show will start at 5 p.m. on the dot.
Most important question. What time is the bar open?
The bar is open at 4:30.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Because you got a pregame, buddy. You got a pregame.
Don't forget to bring cash to tip your bartender.
Man, tip your wait staff. They need the money. Let's go ahead and get back into this. Because man, I'm sorry. I just saw that news and just totally just made my day.
Man, so first match on the card, late edition for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles was the Usos, our tag team champions, versus the Hurt Business, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Now, I will say this. Show stealer.
It was
5
a barn
stars.
burner. It was a show stealer. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that the Usos are over in Saudi Arabia, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, they just had the crowd eating out the palm of their hands. And you just want to talk about classic by the numbers tag team wrestling here. I mean, it was awesome. It was a great kickoff. It definitely set the pace for the rest of the pay-per-view. The Usos, of course, went over because they are the bloodline and they are to be acknowledged. And the Hurt Business, without the guidance of MVP, are kind of floundering right now.
Hey, I gotta say this, man. Even without MVP, those guys are raising the bar. Like they came back and they were just like, "Hey, we about to do the shit. We about to run shit." And they came through, and they did. They ran the table. They ran the gauntlet, man. Man, it was great. Great. I mean, like, once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm not a WWE guy. I keep saying this. Not that I'm not a WWE guy. I'm a professional wrestler. I like wrestling. I don't like the comic book bullshit, and I don't like the stupid stuff that they do. But wow, I just can't get over the fact that from the very first match on the show, wait, let me rephrase that. Not even the first match on the show, the pre-show.
We had a grade A classic shoulder breaker from Shelton Benjamin.
Hey, Shelton Benjamin, man. Don't sleep on Benjamin.
Hey, I tweeted it earlier on yesterday. Any match with Shelton Benjamin is going to be fire.
Instant
that
classic.
Is my man. You throw a ladder in there, it goes up 3 or 4 notches. You had double super kicks. You had the Usos hitting this splash. It was on the cracking.
Man. I don't know what to say. It was just phenomenal. I mean, not to steal a phrase from AJ Styles, but it was phenomenal.
Now we didn't have kendo sticks this time, not yet.
Not yet.
But we did not have kendo sticks in this match. But it was classic tag team fighting, and what we got to see was 2 tag teams working really well together. The chemistry was great. The action was excellent back and forth. And we got to see a nice clean 1, 2, 3. Usos went over, and they definitely set the bar for the rest of the show.
No, I like the fact that we got a clean pin.
Correct.
Like no shenanigans, no. It was just 2 legit tag team wrestlers, or 2 legit tag teams, I should say, not just dudes thrown together. 2 legit tag teams got in the ring and did what they do. Awesome. I mean, Dave Meltzer, if you're watching this podcast, you better give this match 5 stars. You better give this match 5 effing stars.
And I'll tell you what, it wasn't in the Tokyo Dome. It was in the Iridia Dome.
Man. Anyway, so let's go ahead and let's go to the show. When the show starts, let's go to the matches. Let's go right there. Yeah, you know what, Cheryl? Can we rate each match on a scale of 1 to 10? That match, 10. 10. That's right.
Give it a Spears.
Man, that's right. Okay, so let's start the show off. How did the show start off for you?
Man, the main card, it starts off with a Hell in a Cell match with Edge versus Seth Rollins in what was promised to be the blow-off match for their feud.
Thank God.
And what we got to see was brutality, violence, aggression, hatred, just 2 guys who just obviously detested each other. I mean, what can you say? A couple of weeks ago, one dude broke into the other one's house. And hey, look, when you talk about innovators of violence, and I know they try to save that for Tommy Dreamer, but
another name that should be mentioned on this podcast ever again.
But, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed it, what you missed was Seth Rollins wrapping a chain around his foot and super kicking Edge in the head.
My God, it was crazy.
And I got to say, it's not something I've ever seen before. It's not something you see every day. But when you save something special like that for a pay-per-view, it makes the match seem that much more important. Now, what I will tell you is this. When Seth Rollins went under the ring and he brought out that tool bag, the same tool bag that he used against the Fiend, I said, shit. things might take a turn downwards right now, but they did not. In fact, they went up. It escalated. You had a classic cage match between Edge and Seth Rollins. We had ladders, we had chairs, we had international objects, we had chains. No ref bump this time around, but we had just a shitload of violence just taking place.
Unmitigated violence at that. We're talking like fucking A, man. Shane is right. When he went to the toolbox, I ain't gonna lie, dude. He went to the toolbox and I was like, oh fuck, stoppage. I was afraid of a stoppage again, but thank goodness that didn't happen. Yeah, correct. Shane, you and me both. When I saw him go to that toolbox, I was like, great. It went from great to shit. And then I was like, wait a minute, hold on, hold the phone. It's still lit.
It is still lit. It was still lit. And what I've got to say is, so this match surprised me a number of times. So first, I was surprised by the chain wrap around the foot. Second of all, I popped when Edge grabbed the ladder and he started working over Seth Rollins with it. I've really got to say, Edge sold the hell out of Seth Rollins' offense in this match. I mean, Edge, a couple times Edge looked like he was dead. He came out there really looking like crazy old beach bum, really. Because if you've ever been to Venice Beach in California, yes, you'll see these beach bums with scraggly beards, but they're in really good shape, but they just look like weathered by the sun. And that's exactly what Edge looks like. Crazy old beach bum.
Old gravy.
Yeah, just crazy old beach bum. And he sold the hell out of the match for Seth Rollins, and he took a beating. But when Seth Rollins went for the curb stomp on the chair with the chain wrapped around his foot, and he was playing possum, and Seth Rollins goes for the foot stomp, and Edge pops up and shoves the chair in his nuts. You know, everybody felt that at home. Everybody in the arena felt that.
He said, "Oh fuck," when he did. He was like, "Oh fuck." Seth Rollins is happy he can say fucking shit on Facebook now. I mean, on Twitter now, because they can cuss now in WWE.
We also saw.
Julian just Conor McGregor voice. Who the fuck is that guy? Hey, Adam. Did you realize what Julian's name is? Julian. For Adam Woods, for Mr. Adam according to Woods, the man himself, the man who brought me into this whole podcasting industry. Can you please, my mentor, my brother from another mother, my Polynesian prince, can you tell him who you do not acknowledge on this podcast?
Adam, due to the stipulations.
No. We don't want to hear the stipulation shit. Just who do you not acknowledge? Who do you not acknowledge?
Adam, I do not acknowledge Roman Reigns as my tribal chief.
Adam, that was for you, my man. That was for Adam Woods, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy early birthday.
Prince
Lady birthday, whatever it is.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and finish this Hell in a Cell, because oh my god.
So even out of the tool bag, Edge grabs a wrench, which has some tape on it, and he did the choke out thing on the
crossface
Rollins. Yeah, the crossface, the wrench face chicken wing, whatever you want to call it.
You know the best part of that though,
red face crippler.
He gave Rollins his own curb stomp.
He did. He also knows. Well, I won't say that he knows soul the pedigree, but he kicked out of the pedigree.
Yeah. He did that. He did that, ladies and gentlemen. But the winner of the match, Seth Rollins. Scott Hall in an 8-ball match.
No, the winner of the match was Edge.
That's right. I'm sorry. I forgot because
curb stomp 1, 2, 3.
I forgot because Edge wasn't Edge your winner in the Edge was Edge who you chose?
Yes.
Yes,
he was. Yeah. And guess what? Edge did not leave on a stretcher.
True statement. You know what? Give yourself another point for that. Give yourself another point for that.
I did. I gave myself 2 points for that.
That's all right. Julian, ladies and gentlemen, my man Julian is a very he's a very sporty guy. He took this in stride. He took it in stride.
I did miscalculate the number of spears and curb stomps.
Oh my God!
So yes. I don't get extra points for those.
Okay.
But yes, Edge not leaving on a stretcher, I did get points for that. And I did get points for it being an actual pin versus a submission. Yeah,
I remember I was like, he's going to leave the cage. So I would have lost that. I would have lost that real quick. Okay, so let's go to the next match.
Contrary to popular belief, you don't always have to lose in your hometown. This was Mansour, the pride of Riyadh, versus Mustafa Ali. And this was a teacher versus mentor. Mustafa Ali, the former leader of Retribution. Wait.
Cheryl wants to know what we rate that match. Cheryl.
I will give Edge versus Seth Rollins at 8.5.
I will concur. There's some of the things that would have made it a 10, but yeah, I'll give it 8.5.
So Mustafa Ali versus Mansour. Again, Mansour being the hometown guy, Mustafa Ali being the former leader of Retribution, the mentor who turned heel on his student. Sadly, we had no run-in by Slapjack, Mace
or T-Bar.
I
was expecting Great Khali. Shit. I was expecting the Punjabi Playboy.
I don't think anybody wanted to see the Great Khali.
I was like,
not a run-in, a walk-in.
Where the Bollywood boys didn't fucking show up, fucking Jinder Mahal didn't come out. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Bollywood boys, yeah. Great Khali,
boys.
No. Shout out to the Bollywood boys. Always happy to see those two.
Canada, Pride of Canada, ASW, All-Star Wrestling up in Canada.
That's right. More Canadians. So yeah, Mansour versus Mustafa Ali. We have Mustafa. Man, you want to talk about some great innovative moves. So these guys hit a number of like float over DDTs and I want to say almost a twist of fate off the ring apron across the rope into the ring. We also had Mustafa Ali getting thrown back into the ropes, into the ring post in the corner.
Oh my God. Did you see how he hit that? He hit it so friggin' hard.
Yeah, he hit it real hard.
And then he was selling his neck. And I was like, I don't think he's selling. I think he's fucking hurt.
Yeah. Mustafa Ali was, he drove a number of kicks and drop kicks in Mansour's chest. So Mansour, Ali missed. Ali went for a couple of 450 splashes, and I believe he missed at least one of them.
He missed the last one.
Yeah, and Mansour got that slingshot neck breaker, which was phenomenal. Yes. I mean, it looked really good. And I guess we first saw Mansour at the
Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the Greatest Royal Rumble. And that's where we first saw Shanky or Veer and his original partner.
Oh,
Veer and the other guy.
I can think of the guy's name. Obviously, he's not too important.
He got rid for a number of reasons. Ali even got a Koji clutch, and Mansour was just over like Rover in front of that crowd.
I will say this. Tonight, Mansour got his fucking WrestleMania moment.
He sure did.
He got that WrestleMania moment. Super huge pop. I mean, of course, he's in his own hometown or his home country, whatever you want to call it. And of course, he's going to get a pop because, you know, he was like, he came out like fucking like Darby Allin in Seattle. Like he came, you know, CM Punk in Chicago. He came out and I was like, wow, it was awesome. I was so glad. I put like when he did it, I went on to put it right away. I was like, yeah, he got his WrestleMania moment. He got it, and it was exciting for him.
But then
there's more.
Ali, after getting pinned, after getting beat, Ali attacks Mansour after the match. He's standing tall. He's left Ali just broken and crumpled in the ring, and a masked man comes in the ring. Not masked. He's got a scarf wrapped around his head, and he takes off the mask, and it is Olympic silver medalist Tariq Hamdi.
Yep. Now,
and Tariq Hamdi kind of took offense to Ali, you know, putting hands on the hometown boy after beating him, and after getting beat in the ring. And he's our silver medalist karate champion, and he kicks the shit out of Ali right in the head, knocking him out, leaving him out cold. Mansour jumps up, they hug in the middle of the ring, crowd goes wild, and they go home.
Okay, so before we go any further, let's talk about the stupid fucking commentary. Okay. Here's the one negative thing I can truly say about this pay-per-view. Michael Cole needs to shut the fuck up. Like, you ever have like that cool, like you ever have like that uncle who thinks he's cool, that wants to be like the cool uncle, but says all the wrong things. Like he's trying to get, he tries to shove culture into your face, you know, like buzzwords and shit. That's Michael Cole. I don't know if Vince McMahon is screaming in his ear or some shit, whatever, whatnot, but it was so stupid. He was like, oh, that's that karate sport guy. Like, what? Excuse me? Don't talk about shit you don't know. Like,
do you know what's really scary? About 10, 20 years from now, people are going to remember Michael Cole as being one of the voices of wrestling.
I hope not.
The same way as they think of JR and Gordon Soley.
Okay, and those people will be fucking idiots.
Not because of how good he was, but because of how much they heard him.
Look, Michael Cole.
Just throwing that out there.
Michael Cole is an idiot. On a scale of 1 to stupid, Michael Cole is like 12. Okay, Michael Cole is a fucking idiot. He is a glad handy. What did CM Punk say? He's a non-sequential glad handling piece of shit. Yeah.
Michael Cole is a total company guy, and whatever comes in the earpiece just comes out his mouth.
It can be like Michael Cole can be like, yeah, Michael Cole, say this, say that guy has a big penis in his ass. And Cole will be like, yeah, that guy has a big penis in his ass. Oh, wait, I said that on pay-per-view. He's that fucking guy. Like, he's that guy. Like, he's so stupid that he just like, I don't know. I mean, I'm really trying hard not to bash him so much. But
are you really?
Come on, man.
Are you really?
I'm trying to be nice.
Really trying not that hard? I think you're kind of just going with it.
No, I'm not trying at all. I just can't stand Michael Cole. Yeah. I think he's a fucking idiot. Yeah, that's right, Cheryl. He is a patsy. He's not good for professional wrestling. He's one of John Cena's personal bitches too, so it is what it is. You know how I hate John Cena. Never make people pay for Make a wish. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue because we're short
So
on time.
this match, I will give a 7 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10 as well. I really enjoyed it. I really fucking enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't enjoy Michael Cole, but it is what it is.
Commentary.
Yeah,
Commentary brought down a couple notches.
Commentary shit on that part. So the next match
is for the WWE Raw Tag Team titles, and we have Team RK Bro versus AJ Styles and his personal colossus Omos.
That's right.
So
wait a second. Let me find this. Oh man!
For those of you who watched the original Popeye movie starring Robin Williams,
oh my god!
Shelley Duvall sang this song about Brutus, and there's a line where she keeps on going, "He's large," and that's exactly what Michael Cole keeps singing about Omos over and over and over every time he's in the ring.
I just gotta say, for someone to see, for someone to say, "Oh my God, he is so big! He is so big! Yeah, he is so big." For another man to constantly say he is so big, constantly, it makes me question. What the fuck are you talking about?
The only thing I really thought about when I saw Omos come out was that was a long flight. Like, where was he sitting?
Yeah, he must have been in the fucking baggage.
I really hope he had, the extra. Did he pay for the extra leg room? I mean, his knees had to be up in his earlobes. I just really hope they gave him the exit row without the chair in front of it. But this is where we saw AJ and Omos came to the ring. They're in the ring, and Team RK Bro makes their entrance.
Wait, don't say anything yet. I'm looking for the image right now. So talk about the match. Wait. Never mind. I just found the image.
All right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look. I gotta say, Randy Orton is funny as fuck. Okay, and I'm gonna say this is why I say Randy Orton is funny as fuck. In the gimmick that they got going right now, Randy doesn't really too much like Riddle. Like, that's the story. That's the gimmick. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Randy doesn't like Riddle, but he likes the tag team titles. I gotta say, I don't like Riddle. I think Riddle's a fucking idiot. Like, that's just me. And I will die on that hill. I think Matt Riddle is a fucking idiot. But this right here,
however,
this was comic genius. And I'm going to say, the look on Randy Orton's face says it all, ladies and gentlemen.
Camels are over.
And Randy just looked at him like, what in the actual fuck are you doing on that camel? Dude, I don't know why, but Riddle came out on his scooter and he stopped and he looked at Randy and he rolled back to the back, and Randy was like, where the fuck? I don't know if it was kayfabe, if Randy did not know this was going to happen, but the look on his face was Oscar worthy. He was like, what the fuck are you doing? Riddle came out on a fucking camel, and the camel's over. Camels are over.
Camels are over.
So Shane is right. Just for that right there, the 10 out of 10 for the camel entrance. Hell yeah. I fucking marked out for it. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm going to bed. It was over. Oh man. So Riddle and Randy Orton versus the number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles. AJ, and he's so big, almost, because he's so big. AJ's own personal colossus because he's so big.
So here's the thing.
He's big.
The match starts off with Omos in the ring. Actually starts off with Orton almost hitting Styles with an RKO, but Styles does avoid it. And then you end up with Omos and Randy Orton in the ring, and I guess Omos is just too big to hit an RKO on,
So big,
and just too strong. Just and Randy's hitting him and trying to knock him down, but he can't. And Omos is just punking him, and so you would think that if you've got your own personal colossus in the ring, you just leave him in there to clean house and take the titles. But no, AJ's got to tag himself in and, hit his phenomenal forearms, his signature move. And for his efforts, he ends up on the receiving end of RKO. And Riddle hits his floating bro. And he gets his pin. And Omos is, of course, removed from the match by that point. And Team RK Bro wins the match, retains the Raw Tag Team titles. So far, we're 0-2 for Tag Team Championship
right?
changes.
I mean,
or for title changes, I should say.
It was something.
Yep.
I'll give this match, quite honestly, a 5.
You know what? For the camel entrance, I give it a 6.
Okay, the camel entrance. Okay, the match, it was a 5. The camel entrance was fucking 10 out of 10. Let's call it what it is. The camel was the most over part of that match. and Randy's look. Randy's like, what the
look?
fuck?
The look on his face was a 10 for sure.
The look of disgust from Randy. Yeah. 5 out of 10. I mean, it was a standard match.
It was nothing new. We've seen this before.
Yeah, I've seen this match like 500 times. So it really was nothing great. But 5 out of 5. So the next match.
Queen's Crown Finals. We have Dewdrop versus Zelina Vega.
How long did that match go?
5 minutes. And bell to bell, I had 49 seconds. You had 53.
It was 5:53.
I'll give you your 4 seconds. So 5 minutes and 53 seconds, which is definitely more respectable than the length of any match that they've had in the Queen's Crown qualifiers, semifinals, or anything so far.
I believe Denise Salcedo, who had been actually keeping track of how many minutes the matches have gone. I think the total time was 20 minutes, like for the whole tournament.
Okay. Sounds plausible. And so all right. I had a couple problems with this match.
A couple?
I had a few problems with this match. So for those of you who miss Dewdrop in her previous incarnations, they really had her looking like an amateur in this match with missed crossbodies, missed splashes. I mean, just she was not the competitor that she's been shown to be in previous tournaments and in previous where we've seen her before. And this was not Piper Niven. This was Dewdrop. This was Double D. And Zelina Vega was a house of fire. And for whatever reason, she was holding it down for New York, for the Bronx. They mentioned this a number of times. And Zelina Vega was out there hitting tornado DDTs. She was out there hitting the what you call it? She hit for the pinfall. She hit a I was about to call it the Elix Skipper.
She hit a Canadian Destroyer
Maybe destroyer.
Yeah, and it was, oh my god, it was so fast.
It
Dewdrop like got over, brother, like over.
I know, but given their difference in size, it just doesn't look believable.
Okay, so my take on this: for the first time in a very long time, she came out of this match, and I'm talking about Zelina Vega. She came out of this match, and she legit looked like a worker. Like she came out fighting. You know, it wasn't like the stupid shit that she normally does. It was. I was impressed. I literally was impressed. I'm not gonna joke. I was like, wow, I'm kind of impressed by this shit.
Did she come out looking like a worker, or did she come out looking like Dewdrop just really sold the shit out for her?
Okay, so Dewdrop went out there and bumped her ass off.
Yes.
Let's call that what it is. Dewdrop went out there and bumped their ass off. It was awesome. I think that was the first match I've seen Zelina Vega in that she actually had a match
where she looked strong. Yes.
Yeah. Like all this time since she's been back, they've been jobbing her out, making her look like shit.
Yes, they did.
She actually had a good fucking match.
And so hopefully really from now on, with her Queen of the Ring, with her Queen's crown.
Oh, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down the hill. It's gonna be a shit on the stick. I'm calling it what it is.
I'm really hoping that with her now holding the Queen's crown and being Queen Zelina, or whatever they want to call her, that she gets more props in the ring. You know, they let her have longer matches, better matches, more intense matches. That is what should happen. I mean, this technically should be a launching point or a launching pad for the rest of your career on the way to the next title. This is what it should be.
Let's hope.
Is that a tumbleweed that just rolled in my office?
Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope.
So I'll definitely give that match a 6.5 out of 10. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 7. I will give it a 7 because Dewdrop bumped her ass off and she made Zelina Vega look really good.
I'll give it a 7, and I'm gonna give it a 7 for 2 reasons. One, because Dewdrop bumped her ass off. Piper Niven, you are the fucking shit. Shout out to Piper Niven because she earned all that money tonight. But also shout out to Zelina Vega, man. Like she took shit and she made it into shit soup. Like she was given something as a joke. I mean, I'm gonna call it what it is. She was given this Queen's crown as a joke. No, there was no real push for this. There was no real storyline. There was nothing really like this whole Queen's Crown tournament was just to waste time. And I think it was WWE's way of saying, hey, look, we're giving the ladies something to do. We're going to take them to Saudi Arabia and give them something to do just because you guys keep talking bad about us.
Well, I'll tell you this. So the outcome of this should be where Zelina Vega ends up being a threat to somebody like Charlotte Flair or to Becky Lynch or to anybody that's in the contendership for either of the 2 titles. That's what it should be. Is that we're going to get? Probably not. But if you want to talk about just progressing the story forward, if you want to talk about consistency with competition, that's what it should be. Actually, anybody who was in the semifinals should now be in that arena as far as competition goes. And so I get that WWE likes to have their lower card, mid card, and upper card. And right now your upper card is kind of occupied by your Bianca Belair and your Sasha Banks and your Becky Lynch and your Charlotte Flair. And you've got your free agents like Bayley who's out and Asuka who's doing I don't know what. But now Zelina Vega needs to be elevated. Piper Niven needs to be elevated. And they need to be put into contenderships for these women's titles on their respective brands.
That I agree with. Now, before we go into the next match, let's take a real quick commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be... That was weird. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. What the heck? Someone's video keeps playing in the background. Can you hear that?
No.
Huh, weird.
My dog's snoring.
Oh, that's your dog.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is that noise back there? Oh, all right. Well, the dog is snoring, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas, and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
We're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're back.
So let's go to that. Let's go to that next match real quick. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. Our next match. Our next match was the Saudi Snuff.
What'd you call it? The
Homicide in the High Desert.
Homicide in the High Desert. That's what we were calling it.
This was Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. The story going into this is that at SummerSlam, during the match between Goldberg and Bobby Lashley, Goldberg's son ran into the ring after he got his ass beat and attacked Bobby Lashley. Hey, what's your son doing to the ring? I don't know. But anyway, Bobby Lashley put him in the Hurt Lock. And hey, let me tell you something. This is one of the best Hurt Locks I've ever seen. I mean, his legs were underneath Bobby Lashley. I mean, he just had him locked in. The boy kind of did look dead. I'll give him that. And from SummerSlam, you know, Bobby Lashley, when he was walking to the back, Goldberg was yelling, "I'm going to kill you. You hurt my son. I'm going to kill you." And he's been threatening murder and talking about, "I'm going to kill you," just making death threats, all this stuff this whole time. And so on Raw, you know, Bobby Lashley made this a no-holds-barred match. And Goldberg was like, "Oh, this just gives me a license to kill." So going into this match.
Once again, death threats.
Going into this match, Goldberg promised he was going to kill Bobby Lashley. So, you know, I had a couple theories. One of them was that, hey, maybe Goldberg is going to, I don't know, end up in jail. You know, either due to death threats or an actual murder. Or number two, maybe Bobby Lashley was going to disappear and Goldberg was going to end up at a police station, kind of like he did before the Finger Poke of Doom. And, you know, shenanigans would ensue, so forth and so on. If you watched the last podcast, you know, I was told, hey, don't say that out loud because Vince might hear you. So, yeah, none of that happened. So we had an actual match. Let me tell you something, y'all. As a fan of the sport, as a fan of professional wrestling, as a fan of the storylines that go into this, if you are threatening, if you're so mad that somebody messed with your family and you're so upset that you're threatening death and you're going to kill somebody. And I'm just, oh my God, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to murder you here and bury you out in the desert. I flew like thousands of miles just to kill you in front of an audience of people and then take you out and all that. You don't walk to the ring just like, I swear to God, Goldberg looked like Mike Tyson during that interview that he did with Robin Givens, and someone had slipped him some Quaaludes ahead of time. I mean, I get it. Someone told him, hey man, look, don't go busting your head against no lockers this time. Don't get so hyped up. We don't need you bleeding and shit. We don't need you concussed. We don't need you forgetting your lines. We don't need you forgetting your moves. So just kind of tone it down a little bit. So he just like came to the ring. And the most energetic he got was when the pyro went off and he did the blah, 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 the kick and all that stuff. But as far as someone who is coming out to kill his opponent, didn't buy it, didn't see it. He wasn't in no way, shape, or form giving off that vibe. So fine, we have the match. Goldberg got off 3 moves.
That was almost like a 3MB there, buddy.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Three,
Watch
oh,
that.
sorry.
Hey. Watch
He got
that,
off 3 moves. 3 moves. And what are the 3 moves that he knows? He knows 2 jackhammers. Sorry, he knows 2 spears and 1 jackhammer. 2 of these are the same move. These 2, same move. Same move.
So he doesn't get 3 moves. He got 2 in the quarter.
He did 2 moves. He did 2 moves. 2 moves. 2 were the same. And then what was different?
Hey, let's talk about how he no-sold the chain to the head. Bobby Lashley, ladies and gentlemen, came into the ring, and the first thing I'm over here messaging Julian as we're watching it, and I said, "Hey, does Bobby Lashley have a chain in his trunks?" It was hanging out, like you can't help but fucking see it, right? Like you can't help but see it. And Bobby wraps around his fist, and he's giving him a couple of forearms to his back, so it's not really too much. And then Goldberg wasn't selling it, so Bobby just fucking popped him a good one. Bow! And Goldberg started bleeding. And Bobby popped him again. Bow! And Goldberg just shook it off like there was no problem. And I'm like, a normal man
getting punched in the head
with a fucking chain. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about some little like chain. I'm talking like a big ass fucking bicycle chain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you mean like the chain that Seth Rollins super kicked Edge with a couple matches ago?
No, like remember when John Cena used to come down with that big ass chain and that padlock around his neck, like a chain. Like this was a thick ass rope chain, and he was punching him in the head, and Goldberg was like, "Yeah, buddy, I'm not taking shit from you."
Seth Rollins has a chain wrapped around his foot. Super kicks Edge. Edge sells the shit out of it. Bobby Lashley has a chain
bigger than Seth Rollins, by the way.
Has a chain wrapped around his fist. Is pummeling Goldberg, and Goldberg ain't selling shit.
Yes, Shane. He was no selling. Yeah. That dude was not on Poshmark. He was not on fucking eBay. He was not on Etsy. He wasn't selling shit.
None. So we go from the chain to Bobby Lashley attacking Goldberg's bad knee, has a knee brace on it, and putting the chair on it and stomping the chair. Somehow kind of trying to get Goldberg to cooperate to look, motherfucker, put the chair on your knee. This is where it's supposed to go. We're at that part of the match where I put the chair around your knee. Now, just let me slide it in and sell the shit.
Nope. And Julian even pointed out that was the magic chair. Like that was a magic chair.
So throughout this match, these no holds barred. They keep going outside the ring and looking under the ring for
weapons,
weapons,
shit,
international objects. Shit ain't there. It's not where it's supposed to be. And so the first time Bobby goes outside the ring on the announcer table side to get a chair, he looks under the ring and all there is a table. And he's just like, shit, there's supposed to be a chair here. So, presence of mind, Bobby looks in the corner and goes, oh, there's a chair by the announcers. So he grabs a chair from there and starts waffling Goldberg with it. Later on, it's time for the table spot. So Lashley goes to get the table. He lifts up the ring apron. What's next to the table? A chair.
Magic chair.
Magic chair. So, as we talked about the not to be spoken of faction, I really do think that maybe Hornswoggle's got a job. He's kind of slipping right under the ring, putting things where they're supposed to be.
Yep, you're right.
So anyway, while Lashley's getting the chair and getting the table, Goldberg's he's in the ring. My knee. So Goldberg, so Lashley.
That's what he was making today. Money.
So exactly, he's like, my last contract appearance
until next week.
Lashley, slides a table in the ring, props it up in the corner. You know what's going to happen. And Lashley goes for a spear, misses, goes to the table, and Goldberg does what? He hits his first move, a spear.
Okay, so let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. For someone who has torn the patella tendon off his bone, who has a pin in his knee and still continued to wrestle all these years,
bro,
I still deal with the pain. Like there's no way someone's gonna hit me and pilmanize my knee with a chair, and I'm gonna jump right back up.
No sold the knee injury and still
his own knee injury.
I swear to God, I thought he was gonna go for the jackhammer and be like, "Oh, my knee," and Bobby was gonna fall on top of him, or he couldn't lift Bobby. Whatever.
Yeah, you know what that is. You know what that is?
No.
That's bad booking. That's what that is. Bad booking. Because any normal fucking person would have fell on the ground, would have grabbed their fucking knee and be like, yo, I'm fucking hurt. Not this guy.
Goldberg, not this guy. Not this guy. This guy goes ahead and hits the jackhammer. But he doesn't pin Lashley. Oh, no. He wants to punish. He wants to kill him. Now he wants to kill him.
And he's screaming, I'm going to kill you, Bobby. I'm going to kill you.
And takes his gloves off.
Yes.
So then he goes outside the ring looking for stuff to kill him with. Can't find nothing. Can't find a chair. Can't find a table. He can't find Drew McIntyre's sword. He can't find, nothing. So finally he's like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just go ahead and hit him with the steps.
Right.
He puts Lashley against he did spear Lashley through the barricade.
Yeah, well that's
and by this time Lashley was actually bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, Goldberg has somebody bleeding. Lashley was bleeding. And then he brings him over. Yeah, he smashes his head on the barricade, smashes his head on the announce table, smashes his head on the barricade again, brings him over to the steps. And then he's going to smash his head with the steps and kill him. And he misses.
Okay, so that spot, if Bobby wouldn't have moved, can you fucking believe? Goldberg is the most dangerous man in professional wrestling. And not because he's a good wrestler, not because that's a gimmick, because he's so fucking horrible.
But you know what? He
almost hit him.
But that is why the way they did the camera cut, they didn't show how long before the move that Lashley had moved out of the way.
Let's talk about these camera cuts. Kevin Dunn, Kevin Dunn, look, motion fucking sickness, man. Okay. When there was a couple times where something was going on important in the ring, and they kept on showing somebody in the audience. And it was that was the finish of a match. During the women's match, there was a spot where Sasha was stomping the shit out of both big time Bex and
Bianca.
And every time she would do it, there'd be a fucking different camera cut. I was like, please. I tweeted, please, Kevin Dunn, fucking stop. You're giving me motion sickness.
Yeah. So then they head up the ramps. So just to be clear, we've got 2 spears and a jackhammer so far. So they head up the ramp.
1 spear. Oh, no. You're right,
spears, 2. Yeah. There was a spear under the barricade.
Yeah.
So they head up the ramp, and Bobby's like, "I forget this. I'm out of here." Here comes the Hurt Business with kendo sticks.
I couldn't find Drew's sword.
So, of course, Goldberg just goes through the Hurt Business like nothing, which just makes no sense to me. And Bobby comes at him with a kendo stick like way high in the air.
He waited for like a minute.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it to you. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Why is he waiting? And Goldberg hits him with some of the kendo stick. And here's the thing: Bobby falls to the ground. Lashley, Goldberg breaks the kendo stick over his knee, and I was like, "All right, he's gonna stab him." Nah, throws it away.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna tell you this. Goldberg spears him off the fucking ramp. Bobby Lashley's laying there dead. Goldberg gets the pin.
Wait. Funniest part of that is Michael Cole goes, "Oh my God, Lashley's not even moving," and then Lashley moves.
wait.
And the camera has to cut away.
They were like, as Goldberg was going up the ramp, he was like, "I killed you, right?" He's going up the ramp. As he says that, the camera pans down, and Bobby Lashley's
walking away.
And then Michael Cole says, "I don't think Bobby Lashley will ever be the same again. He's still laying down." And I'm like, "You didn't see Kevin Dunn's camera pan, did you?"
He's walking away. No stretcher, no ambulance, no assistance, no nothing. He's walking away. So, as I said earlier, Bobby Lashley's unkillable. Goldberg's a liar.
Goldberg's a liar. Goldberg didn't kill anybody this week, ladies and gentlemen. Goldberg is a fucking liar.
Goldberg didn't kill anybody except maybe his future in the WWE for any more matches.
So you're right, Cheryl. No murder.
There's no murder.
I mean, actually, you know what? Goldberg did kill somebody today. He killed time. Goldberg killed a lot of fucking time in that match because he was walking around ringside for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, he killed a lot of time looking for.
I think he forgot the spot. That's what it was.
I was like, is he looking for a gun? He's looking for a sword. He's looking for.
That's what I
stab him. Is he going to choke him? Is he going to pick up the chain that Bobby had and choke him with it? I mean, what's he going to do? Nah. He had a broken kendo stick. He could have stabbed the shit out of him with it. But nah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're not advocating for the death of anyone.
No, we're not. We're not advocating violence. But what I'm saying is I was promised a murder and I didn't get one.
Jason Thompson said he killed the ratings. Oh my God! Well, he certainly fucking murdered those, didn't he?
I wasn't looking to this to be like Faces of Death Part 12 or 27 or whatever the hell it is, but you don't go on TV talking about I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna murder you, mess them up. I mean, come on.
Well, look. Let's go on to something more enjoyable. Bobby Lashley won a match. Let's go to something more enjoyable because something that I actually give a fuck about. The next match. More. The next match.
Next match, y'all. Oh yeah. So we have to give Bobby versus Goldberg a grade.
3. I'm giving it 3 because there was no murder, just kill. Yep. Bobby Lashley was walking around, not giving 2 fucks. And yeah, I give it a 3.
There were no fluorescent light bulbs.
Nope. No light
There's
tubes.
no exploding barbed wire. This was not GCW, y'all.
Solid 3.
Solid 3. So, next up, we have our King of the Ring finals. We have Finn Balor, not Prince Devitt. We have Finn Balor, not the Demon. We have Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods for the King of the Ring finals. And as you all know, there has been a great push on the interwebs saying hashtag Hail King Woods.
That's right.
And
I acknowledge him as my king.
This match did not
King
disappoint.
Woods.
This match did not disappoint. there were actually a number of false finishes, and there were a number of times where it looked like Woods was actually going to lose. But he was dishing it out, man. He was out here looking real strong against a great competitor in Finn Balor, and Finn Balor sold for him excellent. Xavier Woods sold for Finn Balor excellent. You had elbow drops. You had a great moment where Finn Balor popped up and stomped Woods in the stomach with a double foot stomp. It just looked like it just like knocked the wind out of him. It looked really great. You even had Woods trying to do the savage elbow, and Finn Balor got the knees up and blocked it.
It's now being called All Hail the King.
What is?
The elbow drop is now being called All Hail the King.
Okay. They referred to it as something else during the match, and I need to really rewind it and hear what they called the move. But it sounded like they called it a flying something or a floating something elbow.
It was Michael Cole. Michael Cole doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He calls it the karate guy, the karate sport. You can't believe anything Michael Cole says. If Michael Cole told me today was fucking Thursday, October 21st, I'd be like, you're a liar. That's how bad Michael Cole is. I'd be like, Michael Cole, you are a fucking liar.
Xavier Woods even gave Finn Balor a great suplex in the corner. They had a great superplex off the top rope. Lots of action here. But what we did get is Finn Balor hitting the rope walk savage elbow for the 1-2-3 pin. All hail King Woods. He celebrated. He couldn't quite get the cape wrapped around his neck or the chain fixed, but he did take his seat. He put on his crown. He held up a scepter, and Xavier Woods is our newest king of the ring. So now the New Day has a current WWE champion, a former WWE champion, a king of the ring, two former SmackDown champions, two former SmackDown tag team champions, something like 7 former SmackDown or Raw tag team champions. I think Kofi and Big are Triple Crown winners. I mean, they're racking them up. They're racking them up. Their faction is they're killing it right now. They're doing really well. And Woods is getting his shine, and I really look forward to him taking King of the Ring, springboarding it into more as the year goes on. And get some singles gold. Get him a U.S. title since he's going to be on SmackDown. Maybe he'll get Intercontinental gold. You never know. Well,
I'm very proud of the simple fact that Woods lived his lifelong dream and won the championship. So excited. Excited.
Consequences Creed, y'all. He is now your king of the ring.
All hail the motherfucking king. Anyway, so the next match. Let's get this rolling real quick. The next match.
Big E versus Drew McIntyre.
What can we say?
Two buddies.
Just two dudes, two big dudes just slapping meat.
Two buddies just, being competitors.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cheryl wants a score for that match. I'm going to give it a solid 9.
All right, I'll go with you.
Solid 9, Cheryl. And afterwards, Woods is so fucking funny. He gets up there, he grabs the fucking cape, he grabs the scepter, and he's like, oh, and he goes raise his arm up, and then the cape fell, and he's like, that's all right, that happens. Oh man,
8.5 for the match and 0.5 for the celebration.
Man, yeah, all hail the king. Anyway, so the Raw Heavyweight Championship.
No, it's the WWE Championship.
It's the Raw title.
It's the WWE Championship. Sure. And we start off with a classic test of strength. I'm sorry, a test of strength between two big meaty men just slapping meats in the ring.
They slathering each other with meat. Just meat.
Just shoulder blocking each other and slapping each other, knocking each other down,
That just doesn't sound right. Just two dudes slapping meat.
and then hitting belly to belly suplexes, baby. And just you had two baby faces going at it. Lots of aggression here because they were just like really true competitors. They're trading the belly to bellies. They were trading. You had a couple big endings. You had a Claymore that Big E did actually kick out of. The second big ending is what secured the win for Big E. And it was just a good, solid match. Very solid for what it was. Drew McIntyre, they're keeping him in the upper tier, in the competitor level for the championship, on his way over to SmackDown. So maybe we'll see him fight Roman Reigns, who I do not acknowledge as my tribal chief.
That's right. I'm just saying this right here because Shane is excited over some good old meat slapping from Big Sweaty Man. Shane, it's not that kind of party.
It was that much shy of being a slobber knocker.
It was almost a slobber knocker. I'll give it an 8.
An 8 sounds good to me.
It was an 8, man. Big E is still your WWE champion. The next match.
After the previous match, there's nowhere to go but up.
That's right. Your next match.
Our next match, these ladies got, 20 minutes?
22 minutes, 13 seconds.
Because I forgot to stop the timer. And when I did stop the timer,
I was watching the time because
they 23 minutes.
And it was 22 minutes and 13 seconds of pure anarchy.
It was, ladies and gentlemen, only way this could have been just more intensive was if it was a Hell in a Cell. Dude. But let me tell you, these three went at it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, so this right here was an example of what a triple threat match should be like. And when I say that, what I mean
well booked.
You didn't have a lot of time where there was only two people in the ring and one person was taking a powder. You had three people in the ring constantly competing and constantly breaking up pinfalls and constantly trying to break up another person's moves. Or you had one person like Bianca Belair hitting their signature move on two people at the same time. You had Becky Lynch, big time Bex, hitting a double disarmor on both of her competitors.
What about the time where Sasha had the bank statement locked in?
She sure did.
And Bex came over and she put the disarmor on.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's going to tap out first? Who's going to get the win? Oh my God, This is crazy. But for me, the best spot of the night was when Bianca Belair with one fucking arm just pressed, was it Sasha?
Pressed Sasha up in the air.
Just held her and just mugged for the camera like, look at this right here.
Sure did.
Yeah, what I got over here. Yeah, it was, man.
What do we have here? Couple haters?
We got a couple of haters. Bada bing, bada boom. Realest girl in the room. How you doing? That's what it was all about. And there's a thing about pinning someone near the ropes.
Oh man,
you're gonna get beat if you're by the ropes. And Sasha got dumped to the outside.
Sure did.
And big time Bex with the roll up.
So let me tell you something.
And the rope grab.
Big time Bex not only had her shoulders pinned, she also had the leg hooked.
Yeah.
And she grabbed the rope for leverage.
She was like, this chick is not kicking out.
And was in a position where the ref couldn't see her grabbing the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Totally made sense. Looked really good. Did not look like shenanigans. Did not look like bullshit.
No shenanigans. It was a great match. I give it a solid 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are right now 0-4 for title changes.
Mm-hmm. And a solid 10 match. The only 10 match on the whole show.
Solid 10.
Dave,
Meltzer? We did give the Usos 10.
Meltzer, we give them 9.
Oh, we give 9? Okay.
Meltzer. We get the camel 10. Meltzer, if you're listening, this was a fucking 10 out of 10 match. Now, main event time. Brock the Beast Lesnar versus
Hold up. The Beast Incarnate.
That's right, the Beast Incarnate.
Brock Lesnar.
But most importantly, the man he faced, the man who you do not acknowledge as your tribal chief.
However, he is our Universal Champion.
Okay, so Cheryl, you're right. We did give the Usos a 10, but the Usos were the pre-show, so they do not count as a 10 on the actual pay-per-view.
Look at these stipulations, Cheryl. That's how I ended up where I am right now. Not
Exactly, Cheryl. Pay
Roman
attention
Reigns.
to the steps. The steps is where the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Chemical Julian, who does not acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief.
But I will acknowledge him as my Universal Champion.
God
And
damn
the
you
head of
right.
the Still the head of the table.
He is still the head of the table, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta say,
So
I
the funny
called the
thing is,
shenanigans. I fucking called the shenanigans.
he did still come to the ring in his Shield gear, which
Yeah.
Adam Woods.
But no
hates
chest
with a
plate.
passion.
No chest plate though.
No chest. Yeah, D'Lo Brown called him, was like, "Hey man,
Can I get my chest
a
plate? back?
repo on my chest plate. Get my chest
Bret
plate
Hart
back."
was like, I need that shit against Goldberg.
Yeah.
Too soon. But I will say this before we wrap up. I will say this. Roman Reigns
Took it to him.
is still your Universal Champion. But with the shenanigans,
Now hold on.
Come on. super kick, belt to the face.
Hold on. Before we get there, let's acknowledge that Roman Reigns was taking it to Brock Lesnar.
He was.
Superman punches, spears, just blunt force trauma to the Beast Incarnate. Had him on the ground, had him on his all fours. That doesn't sound as bad as it should be. Had him on his all fours, sweating, looking red and purple in the face.
Big sweaty man on his knees.
And, and Brock did recover. And he started taking it right back to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But Roman Reigns, being the champion that he is,
Oh, here we go.
being the head of the table, he shook it off. And, there was a ref bump during the F5. Brock Lesnar hit that F5 and hit the ref, knocked the ref out. And did he have Roman Reigns pinned? Sure he did. But Roman Reigns had presence of mind because he didn't hear a ref tapping on the mat. So why should he kick out?
True.
Why kick out if you don't hear a ref tapping? I'm
Don't
going to take a rest.
energy.
I'm going to take a breather. Just going to lay here and relax. Because obviously one of us is a professional. The other one's a part-timer. So I'm going to kick it. So Roman gets up. Brock's all frazzled, mad, and picks up the ref by one hand. Oh, what a big man. Picked up the ref by one hand. Ooh, by his belt. Ooh. We get a new ref in the ring. And Paul Heyman's just conflicted. He doesn't know what to do. The wise man, the advocate, doesn't know what to do, and he just throws the belt in the ring. He's like, I don't know what to do. Just throws the belt in the ring. And they're both sitting there looking at the belt. Brock Lesnar picks up the belt. But here comes the bloodline with the double super kick. And he's had this coming for quite some time.
That
How many
Uso
times has
penitentiary.
Brock Lesnar just been tossing the bloodline around? How many times has he just slapping the Usos around in the ring, just knocking them around? Not tonight, boys and girls. He took two double D's, size 10s, 11s, 12s, whatever they are, straight to the face. And your tribal chief, not mine. Remember, I don't acknowledge him. Your tribal chief, your head of the table, picked up the belt, and he gave him a look at it real up close, right in this ugly butcher man's mug. Gave that farmer a kiss of that 20 pounds of gold right in the face. And then the ref came in the ring and he pinned him 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still Universal Champion and still your head of the table and still your tribal chief. Not mine. Still your tribal chief. Roman Reigns. And as Paul Heyman predicted, He came in with the Universal Champion, and he left with the Universal Champion.
It wasn't a prediction. It was a spoiler. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was your crown jewel.
No, Jason, no hocus pocus.
No hocus pocus, bro. It was legit. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was it.
Saudi Mania.
That was it. That was Saudi Mania, ladies and gentlemen. That was the biggest WWE show of the whole fucking year. That was their WrestleMania. That was the Saudi Prince's booked WrestleMania there, right there, ladies and gentlemen. That match, Cheryl, I'll give it a 9 because of the controversy. The what's going to happen tomorrow on SmackDown?
Hey, man, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, you get what you paid for. And they paid $50 million. Yeah, fucking crazy. You know what? Do me a favor. Let's talk about this real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go, BCW Worldwide returns to the Holocene October 23rd, 1001 Southeast Morrison Street, Portland, Oregon, 97214. For advance tickets, get those tickets, ladies and gentlemen, because they only got 6 left now. Only 6 left. There won't be no more. Only 6 left. Advance tickets, ladies and gentlemen. Call Pay DJ 503-757-3132. Email bcwbooker@gmail.com or go to eventbrite.com/BCW presents the return. Buy your tickets because that shit is going to be lit. We're talking Crown Jewel in Portland, Oregon, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about some fucking cool shit. Doors open at 4:30, bell time at 5 o'clock. If you're going to watch it on pay-per-view, if you can't get here, if you in Idaho, if you in Washington, hell, if you in Canada, don't blame yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's hard. I know you want to be here to see the hottest thing in all of sports entertainment, all of professional wrestling in the state of Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, you can watch it on bcwbooker@gmail.com. Send the email there. That's how you can watch the show. It's a simple PayPal and a link. Trust me, it's going to be lit. Cheryl, your link is going to be sent to you the day of the show. I know I saw it already on the system. Man, it's going to be fucking awesome, ladies and gentlemen. We are so excited about this show. You know what? Do me a favor, Julian. Yes, sir.
Before we get out of here, tell these cool people where they can watch us on TV.
Oh, man, if you're the Portland, Oregon area, on Mondays at 10 p.m., you can watch it on Channel 22, Xfinity TV, Channel 8002, CenturyLink TV. On Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m., you can watch it on Channel 23, Xfinity TV, and Channel 8003, CenturyLink TV. And on Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m., you can watch it on Channel 11, Xfinity TV, and CenturyLink TV.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to listen to us, if you're driving around your car and you can be like, you can't watch this because you know it's illegal to watch a video while you're driving. I do that shit all the time. You can go ahead and check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and all major podcast platforms, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to check out some news, if you want to know what's going down, if you want the deets, I ain't talking about Patty deets. If you want the deets, you want the skinny, you want the smoke, you can check out www.bodyslam.net with all the news, the gossip, the rumors, the late breaking news, contract negotiations, all that cool shit, ladies and gentlemen. Go to www.bodyslam.net, ladies and gentlemen, for all your wrestling news needs. Also, if you like the hats, the beanies, the cool shit that I wear, real simple. www.503originals.com. That is www.503originals.com. Go buy the shirts, hats, beanies, all that cool shit. It is cold outside. It is raining. It ain't no 3B up in this place. Go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Look, tomorrow night we'll be back for our SmackDown and Rampage review. We might have another guest from bodyslam.net as a co-host with us tomorrow night. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, Julian does not acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief.
Not tonight.
For your boy, the chemical one himself, Julian, your boy, the franchise, we're out. Peace. Maybe.